Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm Got That Funk with the mission statement video, sort of setting out what I hope to be the parameters for how this channel is going to function, and I want to sort of describe what I hope the vibe of the channel becomes, because that's what we're aiming for with the Breakfast Club is the following. But before I go into any of that, I wanted to pay my respects and give my thanks to my friend DevShell2. We've been acquainted on YouTube for quite an awfully long time, and we've helped each other out many times on the tubes, and I consider Dev to be one of my internet friends for sure. And the original essence of what he wanted the Breakfast Club to be is exactly the same as what I want the Breakfast Club to be. And so his inspiration is fundamental to this happening in this, what people are calling a second incarnation of the Breakfast Club, which is basically to create a place where adults can come and have intelligent and interesting conversations about either important topics or whatever interests you. And we can cover current events, we can cover social issues, internet trends, even gaming, whatever. We can cover anything you want to cover. I've already said this to all the hosts independently, but I want to make sure that the audience is on board with what we're trying to do. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. You don't have to worry about whether it's popular or not popular. You don't have to worry about is whether politically correct or any of that kind of stuff. The only real limit I want to put on video discussions on the Breakfast Club is drama. I just want to keep it off the channel, man. We all have our own channels, and if we want to embroil ourselves for some unknown reason in internet drama, do it there. Don't bring it here. I would politely ask the audience the same, but I realize I've got no sway over you. But seriously, there's plenty of space on YouTube for all that. We don't need it here in the Breakfast Club. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to create a safe space. I'm trying to create a sane space. Conversation, not confrontation. Discussion, not debate. Occasionally, Breakfast Club hosts are going to disagree with one another. That's not a drama. That's just an honest disagreement from people with different points of view. And I'm absolutely confident, given the people who I've chosen to start off this incarnation of the Breakfast Club, that we can have these conversations. We can disagree amicably. It'll never descend into derision. I'm sure of it. Equally sure that the hosts on the Breakfast Club will respect the fact that we don't want to have drama dragged in from other parts of YouTube. There are certain personalities on YouTube that I think we should basically ban from being mentioned by the hosts. But since they're so unmentionable, I'm not actually even going to give you their initials. I think we all know who I'm talking about. There are 3 or 4 or 5 YouTubers who come to mind whose names basically attract drama like, shit attracts flies. So let's just leave it out. If you really want to talk about them and that kind of stuff, do so on your own channel. That would be my only sort of rule, as it were. Basically, all the topics that we can talk about fall under 2 categories. Category number 1, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Don't worry if it's popular or unpopular. Don't worry if it's politically correct or not. Don't worry about it. Category number 2, talk about what you think we should be talking about. Okay? Whatever topic you bring up, do it in such a way which invites discussion. And please be as interactive as you have the time to be with audience members in the comments section of our videos. When it comes to being an audience member of the Breakfast Club, again, I want to stress that I get it. You guys don't have to do what I tell you to do or ask you to do, but I'm hoping that you'll respect the rule not to drag drama in off from other parts of YouTube, and I'm hoping as well that we can have honest disagreements without it plunging into derision and mockery simply for sport. I think we can do better than that, and I think we all want to do better than that. I'm pretty sure that's why most of you probably subscribe to this channel in the first place. So let's see what we can do. Let's make it happen. Interesting, informative, and fun conversations I think we have in store. Now, toward the end of the other Breakfast Club incarnation, we had a situation where each host was bringing up a topic that was being discussed by all the other hosts. And each host would have 4 weeks in a row to do that. So you basically had a month of your own. And I think that was a cool format, but I don't necessarily want to repeat it straight off the bat here on the Breakfast Club. I think at the onset, from now until the end of the year anyway, we should all basically talk about whatever we want to talk about as individual hosts And occasionally, whenever you feel inclined to do so, or think you have something to add and contribute to the conversation that someone else has brought up on the topic on the show, please do so. Be as interactive with the other hosts as you want to be or you feel you need to be. I would very much encourage that. So yeah, but after the New Year's, and instead of having sort of each host have 4 weeks in a row, it basically takes 7 months for your turn to come around, if that's the case. And rather than do that, the first Monday after New Year's, I think what I'd like to initiate is a similar format. We'll have it just to do it as a little experiment for one cycle. And on the first Monday, I'll bring up a topic. The other 6 hosts can then discuss the topic as well. And on the following Monday, I will respond to what other hosts have said. And that'll be the end of my topic. The following day will be JJ Talks. She'll bring up a topic. The other 6 of us can discuss that topic, and then she can respond to what we've said and sort of wrap it up that way. Then Jacob Truman will be on the next day. He'll bring up a topic, and the 6 of us will discuss his topic, and he'll respond to that, and so on and so on. That way it'll take 7 weeks for everybody to get a turn. And we will be keeping it conversational amongst the Breakfast Clubbers, and we'll just give it a try, see how it goes, see how the audience likes it, see how we like it as hosts. But from now until the end of the year anyway, let's just talk about whatever, okay? And have some fun with the channel, all right? It doesn't matter to me how many different directions the channel goes, as long as everybody's enjoying it in the audience and on screen. I want to thank you guys for watching this mission statement video. One final thing, we're going to try to keep videos between 3 and 10 minutes long. And hosts, if you know in advance that you're not going to be able to do your video on a particular week, if you can let me know at least 2 days in advance, I've got a whole list of people I can parachute into your slot to temporarily take over for you for 1 day. And there's quite a few people who are keen to do so. So if you can give me 2 days notice, that would be great. And you won't even have to feel bad because your day won't be an empty day. I would like to, as often as I can, keep the channel full 7 days a week. So if you know in advance that you can't do your show, let me know. If you don't find out you can't do it until the very day of your show, it's going to be too late for me to get anybody, but don't worry about it. You're not going to get sacked if you miss a show. On the other hand, if you miss 3 in a row and I haven't heard from you, I'm just going to assume that you've lost interest in being a host on the Breakfast Club. So if that's not the case, you should let me know ahead of time. Otherwise, I'll just parachute someone else in, and then you'll be on the parachute list. Look, guys, I'm not the captain, but I am the organizer, and I want to moderate this channel as actively as I have the time for. So I want to try and make a lot of time for the Breakfast Club because I really enjoyed what we were doing on this channel before, and I want to enjoy it again. And I want the audience to enjoy it. So let's get busy. Thanks for watching this video. I'm going to kick off conversation on Monday. And until next time, remember, the funk is with you, always.